Talking stages. Talking stages are another one of those things that are just filled with a bunch of BS. And they fail more than pyramid schemes. Because let's be honest, a talking stage is something that is kind of really only beneficial to one person most of the time. Especially because, people just talk to people just for attention. They get bored. The person who they actually want to talk to isn't trying to give them the time of day. And this is on both sides, no matter boy, girl, or A. If you're into the same, A. Like, I will be honest, if you have like multiple failed talking stages, then you probably need to go sit down somewhere, learn a little about yourself, do a little debriefing, figure out what's going wrong. That should be your goal. Now, obviously, you're asking a lot by doing that because most people lack independence. Sometimes being your own person is just not an option, especially for a lot of women who are grown up to think that their main worth in life is being someone's mother or being someone's wife. And side note, if you are someone who taught your daughter that her only worth is being married, and a lot of y'all do that and don't even know it, there's something wrong with you as a man or a woman. But hey, I'm not even gonna open that can of worms. But yeah, the lack of independence is what really drives people to be in relationships, talking stages, things that they really shouldn't be in. Now granted, there's nothing wrong with having fun, especially if you're not hurting the other person. If there's a form of communication, that's always the best thing. A lot of people don't communicate, or a lot of people ignore communication, ignore signs, ignore red flags, and end up getting hurt in the long run. That's your fault in the end of the day. If a person tells you they don't want to be in a relationship with you, but they're cool to go on dates, yeah, and everything good that comes with a relationship without the strings attached, but you as a person want to be in a relationship, especially if it's coming from a place of you just want to be claimed by somebody, then yeah, you shouldn't be with that person. You letting that person waste your time is your fault. And like I said, nothing wrong with having fun. But if you're also a person who's looking for marriage and you're going for the things that aren't leading you towards marriage, like dating dudes who don't believe in the concept of marriage, or dating dudes with multiple baby moms and he blames all of them for being toxic, then yeah, you're not helping your case and your intentions really are ill. And that's the thing, talking to a girl who feels like she needs to be in a relationship is so exhausting. Now, if you're a toxic dude, it's great because she lets mad things slide. But if you're trying to be with a regular person, it's literally for the birds. Because if you're a person who's cool with being single and you're talking to a person who just needs to be in a relationship, is super exhausting. Like, I will be honest, I get exhausted thinking that I could just do whatever I want strictly because this person doesn't want to be alone. And at the end of the day, this person is going to leave me once they really find something that they like. And then that opens up a whole nother thing. And that brings up another point of girls talking to multiple guys at one time. Now granted, guys do that too with multiple girls, but like I said, I don't date guys. But I remember being in high school and not knowing that at all and being so oblivious to it. But it seemed like every girl in high school had at least 2 to 3 she was talking to. So if you're like me and you fell into the trap of, oh yeah, this girl only talking to me, she ain't got time for no one else, you thought wrong, buddy, and you need to stop thinking that. Now obviously after high school, I was hip to the game and I already knew what was up. So there was a certain point in time where I would actually call it out, where I would let girls know that I know that they're talking to other dudes. And I'll just get lied to, yada yada yada. They'd make me feel bad for thinking that, and then I'll feel bad for thinking that, and then it turns out it was true all along. And then as time just flew by, I just pretended like I didn't even know. I'll roll my eyes in my head, but I know what was up. Yeah, you just wanted to help this guy friend move into his house because he was struggling and needed help. You got close with a friend at work because he was just struggling and needed help and he looked scared. Yeah, this guy who goes to the gym more than you asked you for workout advice. Okay, the stories write themselves, guys. The stories just write themselves. And you got to keep in mind, the guy who gives the least amount of attention in the end, gets the girl. Even if you ain't the best looking, the tallest, making the most money, if a girl feels like you are just strictly doing whatever you want, and if she feels like she's just a straight up option, she'll be drawn to you. Women usually only get turned off if they know you and her are like make and break. Like if she feels like she can leave you and it'll destroy you, she gonna have that leverage on you. If a woman thinks leaving you isn't gonna do anything for you and might even make the guy's life better, she'll struggle to leave, no matter how much interest you don't show. That's why it always feels like the girls that want you the most are the girls you don't really find that attractive. And the girls who want you the least are the girls you really find attractive. And I get it, a lot of people fall hard. A lot of people get attracted real easily, get attached real easily, get invested real easily. And a piece of me does that too. Like if I feel like we're both rocking with each other and we both got a good amount of things in common and we're matching those boxes and we enjoy being around each other, then yeah, it's gonna be easy to get in contact with me. It's gonna be easy to link up with me because anyone knows how to find time for things that they want. I don't care how busy a woman says she is. If she really wants to be around you, she will find a way to do that. She'll drive blindfolded in traffic if she has to. So yeah, guys, that's another side note. Don't believe this I'm busy-ish. Busy's dependent on the guy who's asking her to link up. Busy's dependent on the guy who's giving her the most attention. Busy is dependent on how the guy looks. Busy is dependent on how she feels about the guy. And that's it. Most of these women have 16 hours off of work. And most of these women don't even be sleep for 8 hours. Some of these women be sleep for 4 to 5 hours. So that's about 13 hours of free time. And then you got to keep in mind, a lot of these women be having their phones at work. So she could text back during her working hours, whether she work night shift, whether she work morning shift, whether she work, swing, she can hit your ass back. So she's going days without texting you back. Somebody lying. And days without texting back is insane, to be honest. And you still trying to claim interest. Bro, something I'm still pissed off about. Back when I lived in Florida a little over a year ago, I had a girl ask me to go to the beach. Keep in mind, she asked me. And she lived very close to the beach. I lived about 30 minutes. So when I called her to let her know that I was on my way, and she hit me with some I'm hungover from last night, I didn't even try and make it work. I literally walked my ass smooth back in that house and played poker with my roommate and his friends. And ladies, y'all know y'all be mad if a guy playing something with you and then he got hungover and you were sober. And like I said, I didn't drink at that time really. So girls who drank alcohol just became a big turnoff for me. Now obviously it ain't all of y'all, so I ain't gonna bunch all of y'all up. But that was some BS. But yeah, I'm not a hard to get type of guy. I'm not a time waster. Hey, if we rocking with each other, we rocking with each other. There's nothing to be said. You ain't impressing me by, not texting back. Because I know you're on your phone and I know you see my messages and I know you're not doing anything important to the fact that you can't text back. So yeah, you can miss me with that. But moral of the story, what Future said. If you know, you know. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna wrap this video up. Appreciate you for watching. If you stay to the end, hey, God bless you, my boy. Like, comment, subscribe if you like this video. Hey, let me know some more video options. Hey, yeah, I'm gonna keep them coming. I appreciate you. Not too much to say. Deuce.